Today we're doing something important for growth. Good afternoon, good evening, good night everybody. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday to you all. It is Saturday the 2nd of May 2026 and it is day 76 of the Chilli grow up. Now we've got them outside today for 4 hours. There's a gentle breeze, as you can see the leaves are rustling away. They're looking better. I need to dry out a little bit because I think they've been quite overwatered. Now even though they're outside today, the sun is somewhere behind those clouds. So they're getting the UV rays, but it's been quite overcast for sure, and there's a storm coming in. So, you know, it's supposed to bucket with rain over the next 2 days. So they're going to have to go in. Also today, when I was checking some of the plants, our Kashmiri Mirch was struggling a little bit. So today I'm going to do some up podding and show you how I do it. Transplanting them. The easiest and I suppose less messy option. And it seems to be working, but we'll do that shortly. Other than that, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having an awesome weekend. Me and Lucy are doing just great, aren't you, kid? Yeah, just hanging out. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get in to day 76. Well, thank you. 2 and 3/4 hours in. I think they've been handling this really well. These leaves are a little bit tinged up, aren't they? But you know, it's you like it. I do think it was an overwatering issue because, as you'll see in the video before, a lot of these droopy leaves, like here for example, they've started going to get a bit more green and a bit more life to them. Before they were like floppy, but now they're doing good. So I do think it was overwatering. So that's all good. We'll just leave them out here and they're drying out, getting the sun, getting the UV rays, and at the same time drying out so they're not too overwatered and the leaves aren't too droopy. Yeah, they're all alright. A little light in the leaves, so I do think I need to get some fertilizer in them soon, as soon as possible. But I can't really do that right now because of the overwatering. But we'll check back on these in about 2 hours time. We'll get them inside and we can go from there. They're looking comfortable out there. They're more at home outside. Leaves are holding strong, good stems, not too much signs of stress. I think they're doing really well, they're adapting. Right, so as you can see, we've got this Kashmiri Mirch looking quite sad, quite droopy. Needs bigger support, but more importantly, the roots are so full. So I really think this plant's saying, hey, I need more space, I need more support, I need more water, more nutrients, please and thank you. So let's do that. What I'm going to do is transplant the old jalapeno. Now I did just pluck it because I wanted to show you. It's a two-hand job, so I can't really do it whilst filming. It produced quite a significant root system. It really did make its way quite far down them. I have no idea what happened to it, but there we go. He's out. Let's get this Kashmiri Mirch from here into here. Okay. So I've emptied the pot out just slightly there. We've got our bowl filled with some soil. It's already been moistened and got a bit of fertilizer in there. We'll fertilise everything on the next few days, so it'll be all ready. So what we're going to do first is take our Kashmiri Mirch and put it inside the pot that we're going to do. And as you can see, it's relatively fall to the bottom, so we'll prop them up to about there. So I'm going to put a little bit of soil in the bottom first. Make sure it's all nice and soft, broken up, just as a little base layer, and it'll elevate the plant a little bit more. We can make sure there's no sticks, twigs. Pop all that down. There we go. All in the bottom there. So now, put the plant in, and it's that little bit higher. So what we'll do is pack all this around. Show you, look. All around the edges, I'm going to go in with the soil. Filling all those edges along the way. Of course, rotate. I want to make sure it's fairly even around all these edges. Now a bigger pot, to be honest, I would really like to throw them straight into the grow bags that I've got. I think it will be alright at this stage, but for now we've still got to go with the grow lights because the temperature isn't suitable enough for them to be outside all night. Hopefully within the next few weeks, because this plant's going to fill out very, very quickly. So there we go, I'm nearly done here, look. Filling all the sides. Quite messy, but that's all part of the fun. Let's see, when we stuff it all down, there's still plenty of space. So we keep going. There we go, fill all those gaps. Push it all down. Turn and fill, I think that's the best option. And rotate, fill all these gaps, push it all down. There we go. Now, here comes the cool part. So just make sure it's all nice and pressed so it doesn't crumble apart. Oh, see, there's still quite a bit of space here. 1 second, sorry. It's crazy how compact the soil can get, isn't it? So yeah, no gaps. There we are, look, it's all the way around now, nice and full. The cup's been pretty much submerged now, just sticking out the top a little. So what we're going to do, slowly pop that out. Now look at that, that's the perfect size for the cup with enough soil in the bottom, look. So now we're going to take the cup, going to squeeze the bottom, flip them upside down, get this plant out. Let's remove the Kashmiri Mirch tag as well. And this should, if it all stays together, should fit nicely into the pot. 2 fingers, put your hands over the top like that. Turn them over, give the cup a little squeeze. Look at those roots. They're ready to go into the pot. Hey presto. Needs a little bit of tidying up, but as you can see, that's not busted up the roots or nothing. Straight into its new home, ready to rock. And the weather's nice too, so it's going right back outside. There we have it. I'm just going to put a bit of soil over the top to tidy it up, but you don't need to see that. It's pretty much in. I'm going to get a longer support cane and make sure the top's supported. And this Kashmiri Mirch should be ready for the outside world. Awesome. So we've got the full cane there. Look, let's prop him about here. out there, look. Twist and push, nice and gently, because you are going straight for the roots there. I'm going to prop him up like so. Make sure his leaves aren't overlapping. I'm going to put some support canes here and then at the top, just to keep his head up. Let me just get that done and I'll show you the results. And get him right back out into the sun. There's the twist ties there and there. He can sort himself out now and be ready for outside. Ready to rock. There we go. Watered up. Ready to rock. Ready to join the rest of the family. Right, we've got them all back inside. They've had 4 hours out there. I think they're doing great. We'll have a little check through, make sure it's all okay, and we'll get them back under the lights. Pretty sure they're fine though. We'll have a closer look and we'll see. Oh, the Bueno Mulatas next. Sadly, where I see the stem there, just about there. It hasn't really healed itself, has it? I think it's been bashed too much. Give it a bit of time, but I think if we took these twist ties off, that it would just drop like the jalapeno did. We'll see though. Let it dry out a bit. The soil's still damp. We'll see what happens with that one. But I'm not holding my breath. This one's very small, slow grower, but there's new things happening, so can't complain there. And on the plus side, if this one doesn't make it and this one doesn't make it too quickly, we have this one. Just look at this. Amazing. This one has done perfect. So hopefully all three make it. But if not, let's hope for just the one on the Bueno Mulata. Poblanos. The smaller one, but doing phenomenal. Really no complaints there. Gonna need transplanting probably tomorrow. Yeah, I think both these Poblanos need bigger pots immediately, and that's no problem. Definitely needs transplanting. We'll get that tomorrow after I take a trip down the garden centre. All good, but we'll get these up potted, transplanted bigger for these Poblanos. Here are our super hots, the Carolina Reapers. Now, yesterday I was really quite concerned the leaves were super pale. Now they've made a bit of a comeback, so I think it was the overwatering again. But you see with this one, it's quite short and stunted, but you know, still looks like it's trying its best, you know. This one's doing great. The leaves are getting dark again, picking itself back up. So much stuff down the middle of the stem there. Perfect. Gonna need a transplant soon, so I assume this one, with all its new leaves and shoots and nice dark leaves and solid stem. Look at that, roots down to the bottom. Absolutely perfect on the Carolina. Here we have the Sugar Rush Peach Stripeys. This one's still a bit droopy, this one is, look. But better than it was yesterday at least. Yep, so let's have a check through on this one now. Lovely. And this one, the leaves were really pale and they've pretty much sorted themselves out now. So for sure it was overwatering. It was overwatering and we just need to let them dry out. Perfect. This Sugar Rush Peach Stripey. Black Jalapeno. New leaves in the middle there. Very nice. Some roots there, look. Yeah, doing alright. Just slow. Same with this one. A lot more leaves here. A lot broader leaves and newer leaves. Doing great. Black jalapeno. These are a regular jalapeno. Just the one. Now the leaves were super droopy. Super floppy yesterday. Now they firmed up. Hopefully they pick themselves back up a little bit. Should be fine though. I think it was again just overwatering. The cup feels a lot less damp. Still quite wet on the top though, but we'll let it do its thing and I'm sure it will sort itself out on the jalapeno. Let's have a look at our little habaneros next. This one's doing lovely, look. New shoots, new leaves. Marvellous. No real root. Oh, there's a bit of root there, but not much showing because of its size, but it's doing okay. And I've got a second one just over here. A lot smaller, but fine. They're going to do alright. I have faith and confidence in them. They're going to do just fine. We shall see on the habaneros. Let's have a little look at our Zimbabwe black. The leaves have definitely perked up from yesterday. So much going on down there. Roots are coming in. It's looking really, really nice. Again, I just can't wait to try these little tiny red peppers, if I remember rightly. It was super hot. Red and then goes black for the Zimbabwe black, and then it's supposed to be very nice for cooking and stews and curries and sauces. We'll give it a try when they're ready. Ghost peppers. Lovely. Lots of new stuff showing there. These twist ties have really helped. Great roots as well. Excellent, excellent. And I have my second one here. The same, lots of new stuff. You can see right down that stem. Really nice. Look at those roots popping out the bottom, eh? Marvellous. The ghost pepper, sweet banana. Doing so well. Rock solid stem, doesn't even need support cane, look, just flowing by itself, doing absolutely fine. Got some new shoots coming through in the middle of the stem there. And the roots making their way down. Oh no, they made it to the bottom. Lovely stuff on the sweet banana. Our Tabascos are next. Let's go with our smallest one, even though they're all doing very well. All got new shoots, new leaves, solid, and let's have a look at these roots. Filling the cup and hanging out the bottom. Wonderful. Let's check this one next. Probably the biggest, broadest leaves. Very nice. Yep, roots at the bottom. And they're making their way down the cup as well. Beautiful. I have this one a little bit light on the leaves here and here, but lots of new things happening in the middle of the stem. Fantastic. It's not going to be too long until all three of these get transplanted into bigger pots on the Tabasco. 5 dream catchers next. All are doing excellent. All pretty much at the same pace and all pretty much needing transplants to bigger pots very soon. Wow, very soon. Gonna have to get quite a few bigger plant pots tomorrow at the garden centre, I think. Yep. Really good growers. Let's see how the chilies turn out. Yeah, wonderful stuff on these dream catchers. Here we have the Zebrange. Lovely. This one's looking way better. So much better. Wow. Fantastic. And this one last. Just beautiful. Wow. Zebrange. Scotch Bonnet MOA. There's our little premature transplanted one. Let's have a look at this one here. Lovely. Certainly time for a transplant soon for that one. And then let's have a little look at this one here. Lovely, lovely. And then we've got this last one. There we go. Just perfect. There's all these new leaves. Gonna need a transplant very, very soon on the Scotch Bonnet Armageddons. Now I've got two that were in pots. It's making its repair. Yeah, he's fixing himself. That leaf's a bit busted, but yep, new leaves at the bottom, covered in dandelion fluff. Lovely. And we have this one next. Was transplanted way too soon, like as you saw with the others, like the Scotch Bonnet MOA. It just stays super small. It's a mistake I've learned from for sure. Look at this one. Fantastic. There we go. Oh, and a little bit at the bottom there. And then last but certainly not least, this one. Now the leaf there and a little bit at the edge, you see it's a little bit pale. I think he's doing all right. Again, the soil is still quite wet, so it needs to soak it all up. I need to dry this out completely and then get some fertilizer in right away. Should be fine on the Armageddon. The Kashmiri Mirch. Fantastic. Really have no issues. Look at all these new shoots and stems and that coming off these leaves. Time for an upgrade soon for this one as well. We did do that one today, which I'll show you shortly. Very, very nice. Lovely stuff. And then we have this one that's potted. Perfect. And then here's our one that we secured up, transplanted, looking lovely. Should be absolutely fine now. Just needed more space. Should be absolutely fine on the Kashmiri Padrons. Again, I'm always kind of like, well, who knows with these guys, but the leaves seem to be alright. New ones are coming through, but this stem is very flimsy, I believe. Okay, now just putting the pots transplanted up way too soon. This one seems to have more body, more structure. I suppose we'll find out in time. I think they're going to be alright, and I'm looking forward to trying some Padrón Cayenne Pepper. Let's have a look at the cups first. They are wild. Look at all those shoots there. I don't think that was there yesterday. Let's get focus. Have a look at that. Wow. Really, really cool stuff. And let's check on this one. Now, I did put a support cane, 2 support canes on him. He was getting a bit floppy. But again, I think the overwatering done that. Oh, watch the stem there. Yeah. They're both looking fine. Now we've got 4 in the tubs. This one is, I think, struggling, shall we say. But who knows? This one, I think for sure, is having issues. And we'll see. Let's bunch the soil up a little bit there. Make sure it's secure. But yeah, maybe make it. But look at these two. Just fantastic. They were up potted and transplanted at the right time, and it just goes to show will thrive. And I'm sure the roots are probably packed up near enough to the bottom there now and filled up, ready for the grow bags. Same with this one. Look at all this going on. Beautiful. Yeah, should be all good on the orange tie. Now, I know they might look a little bit sad and droopy, but I really think they have I'm happy they've made such a difference. They really have made a comeback over this last 24 hours. Those leaves have perked right up. Same with these. Got a lot darker. They were so droopy yesterday, the leaves. I thought they were going to fall off, but yeah. Nature, fantastic. The plant sorts itself out, just needs a bit of time to soak up all that water that it didn't need. Literally way too much. Now this one's a little bit wobbly, shall we say. I think when the wind blew, you see that little bend in the stem. But I think he's doing okay. We shall see. The large orange tie. Yes, it is pouring down, and it's going to be like this apparently for the next 2 days. So, thank you, Mother Nature. But yeah, I think the chilies are going to be inside for a couple of days now. That's all right. We'll make it work, and I've got a lot of transplanting to do. Darn weather is as it should be, and the plants are back under the lights. We'll make sure that they're not too high, not too low. Be just right for all of them. But yeah, I think 4 hours in the sun, well, in the overcast, in the cloud today, did do them the world of good. They've had a chance to soak up some of that water. I feel that the leaves have gotten darker, less droopy. They've perked themselves back up. And yeah, I just think everything's going as it should be. Some of them we need to keep an eye on. We might be past saving them, but should be all good. I mean, we've got plenty to go with if that does happen. That wraps up day 76, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us. Whether you've just joined us, you're a regular viewer, subscriber, just know that I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Organic food and organic minds for all of you. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. You take care of yourself. Make sure you look after me, myself and I, because nobody's going to throw you a lifeline if you're drowning. You take care, and we will see you tomorrow. See you Sunday. Thank you. Bye-bye.